Alright, let's get this stuff on the roll. What's up, guys? It's Wobbly Rick here, coming to you live on YouTube. I would do this Twitch thing, but let's be honest, they have a bit of different set of rules, and their types of speech, context, functions, and other motivational motives are a bit different from my own. Twitch has its own terms and agreements and form factors which do not agree with the parameters with which I use. Although I have streamed to Twitch before, and I've had about 10 or so people watching for a short amount of time, overall there was like no subscribers in that particular industry. Not to mention, in order to create channel points, you need like I think 1,500 people following you or something like that. Or you need 50 subscribers, like people who are paying for paid for content or whatever, in order to create a channel point system. Otherwise, followers are like different. If you wanted to create channel points for followers, I believe it's 150 base minimum, and that's just for channel points for Twitch. But if you get 50 subscribers, people who are paying money out of their pocket, will give you channel point access earlier and ahead of schedule. Either way, I'm not going to go over to Twitch because Twitch plays ads when people don't want them. And YouTube would play ads, but in some cases, like the case I'm going to describe to you, I mostly use ad blocker, and not the one you see directly pinned up on the market. No, when you're done applying for this particular ad blocker that is on as a Google Chrome extension, this particular ad blocker will ask you if you would like to donate to the ad blocker people who made it, which pretty much blocks all ads on YouTube and a majority of ads anywhere else. So in the context, this ad blocker was very satisfying. I need to figure out what I'm doing here because I'm just randomly popping heads off and I kind of don't know what my mission is here. Need to get rid of him first. Star Space Complex. Need to collect 3 blood samples from, I don't know, and then return back to Linda Belcher. Ooh, beer. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. Yeah, imagine if I was that dumb. Don't quote me on that, I probably am. Gauge ammunition. How would we get in 12 gauge at a level 10 zone? That's not normal. Gotta collect 3 samples from 3 chunky nuts. Let me start singing some copyrighted music. I probably could sing some copyrighted music and then find myself at a lawsuit with people who sang the song Car Wash. I don't even think those people are doing good today. Money-wise, that is. No gun for you. No gun for you. Well, yeah, definitely no gun for them. No gas. I already have plenty of gas. In fact, the human body makes it too. That's a pretty shitty time joke. It's like neither one of them are producing any blood samples. Is that what I'm looking for in this dump? The Star Space Complex. Scroll down. Yeah, so I have 3 blood samples from infected. So I gotta deal with these cryptids. Oh, by the way, cryptids are real creatures in the real world. So, I forgot the name of that show. I just remember the name Jack Doyle. Something like that. Oh, it's called Secret Saturdays. There we go. I really had the ordinary TV show I remember watching as a kid. It wasn't a bad TV show. When it got picked up by a different network, it became more in-depth than what it originally was. I forgot what network picked it up, but there was a network that picked up the Secret Saturdays TV show shortly after. I guess it's no range to popularity in the American public's eyes. Not a lot of people really like the Secret Saturdays in America. I think it was Australia that picked it up. But since the voice actors were American, they kind of still released American episodes in between. American-based episodes based off of the voice. Other than that, I like the TV show. It was alright. If you think about cryptids being real in the real world, in an ironic sense, they kind of really are. More or less, there are a lot of unexplained creatures in the world today. And some people try to explain them, but not all of them are very explainable. It's kind of hard to come up with concrete evidence if something doesn't have an origin. Especially if something's origin doesn't make any sense, it's kind of hard to come up with concrete evidence. Finally, first blood sample of the day. Unsurprised. I actually got a blood sample. No blood samples. Nope. Looks like they didn't give any. That reminds me, I'm probably gonna have to get another GPU or something, or another CPU soon. And unfortunately, the nearest CPU that I can buy to replace the one I currently have would probably be about $300. And believe me, over the course of I guess 7 years of trying to do a GoFundMe or whatever, I've been extraordinarily unsuccessful with creating a GoFundMe page that would successfully benefit me in upgrading a computer or anything since I was 13? I created my first GoFundMe, and it was to build a computer. It was already funny whenever I was younger, and stuff like that, and it really depends on the context too, or the situation, but I'm very topical funny, more or less. Topical means it requires a very particular topic or something in particular specifically that would be considered comically funny. She didn't drop anything? Okay. Let's move on. I guess that guy wasn't alive. Well, I mean, he actually isn't alive.
This is the Security Council broadcasting to all survivors. Please bring any supplies you find back to the safe houses for distribution to those in need.
You know, I keep seeing that message here and there. Like, that message appears here and there. The one you just heard, if you were listening to it, about the Pale Haven. Whatever it is. Yeah, I don't know anything about the Pale Haven people, but whatever it is, they seem to be in some kind of trouble. Whatever it is with the Pale Haven people, they seem to be in some kind of a pickle, but I've never seen the Pale Haven Council or anything like that. No one from behind? Yep. Called it. Whew. Run along, 357. Take the gold key, I can go next door. Carbine hooks? What's a carbine hooks? Or is it carbon hooks? I don't know. Let's drop to 32A count. I'll figure out what this crafting item is for. It might be to build a gun. Whatever the case be. Stay down. Oh, holy crap! You ugly little creature! Holy fucking shit! Oh man, that was scary. I didn't even see that thing coming. Alright, let's roll. Roll. Should be the last sample in here. Oh, doesn't look like it. Hopefully it's something useful. Surgical gloves, fuel, health, turns, infection. There are positive sides to a lot of things in the universe. If I continue to think positively, life will work out well. Yeah, if you're wondering how I'm shooting, I'm actually clicking it. Okay, I can leave this dump now. Apparently clicking it seems to work faster than letting it shoot on its own. The current mission logs are very low grade quality. I gotta run to the Snyder in West Moldale. Snyder resident, West Moldale. The Stone Place units of Don Hill, Insulin. Screwston Machineries, Ltd, Don Hill. Engagement rings. So I gotta find 2 engagement rings, or, well, the engagement ring and a wedding ring. I got to find the insulin, and on the last one I gotta go down to the Harvebrook area for the Settledale apartment complex. Yeah, this will definitely work out pretty well. Alright, let's get out of this dump. It's gonna be grinding the missions for a moment, I guess. One of my mission locations is currently in a boss hunt, which is kill the mother. Sounds like a disaster. And Steldale Apartments. So if I look this way, I'm looking up, and if I look this way, I'm looking the right way I'm supposed to be going. So I'll go to the right, and then I'll look this way, and we're heading towards my objective. Might need to enter a building to switch out the handgun with a shotgun, so that way I can slaughter the mother and then proceed forward with the next mission objective. Then I'll switch back from the handgun to the shotgun. From the shotgun back to the handgun. I'm gonna enter this building temporarily to do this. Unequip that right now. I'm gonna grab the 20 gauge shotgun. Alright. You gotta get ready to fight a mother, so yeah, it's gonna be really dicey. And at least this one isn't secluded to specifically one block. Because the last boss battle I engaged in was only activating in a single block. So, that's all. Let's try to manhandle this woman real quick and then move up. By the way, believe it or not, there is actually some really super huge helicopters in the real world. And some of them are actually the size of like houses. Talking about a luxury supercopter. It's definitely worth it. Look, it's a cannon. All I need is a cannonball. Kind of sucks you're not able to go in the tents, and the other creepy parts about this game is that you don't really find anything. Like, where's Sekrenon Bunker and all this? Like, I understand there are several bunkers in the old one, but, you know, they could have at least put that in the game, too. Stay down, son. Can't afford it. Ah, here she is. Definitely going to be shooting for a minute. See what this thing had to offer. Doesn't look like I have anything else. Yeah, 32 ACP is only worth like, I think it was 60 bucks for 200. I could sell it for way less than what it actually is worth, which won't really do me no good. Alright, I'm done handling the boss, so it is time to switch back to my... It calls it the Glock 31, but we all know it's a Glock 31, 357 variant. Alright, going down to that Snyder household. Gotta annihilate the competition. I don't know why these guys are running on a level 1 zone. Oh, back off. Can't afford these bites. No gun for you. You shouldn't even be able to run anyways. Well, whatever the case is, it seems to be glitched out right now temporarily. I guess it still hasn't registered that the boss has died. Time to enter in this establishment. Oh, look at that. Someone had a nice little diploma. It's got 2 tomato stains on it. Look at that diploma. Someone must have went through a lot of trouble just to look that good. Diploma for the winner of the 4th Regional Food Competition. What does that say? This is Helena Bridgerton for taking first place in the category Pumpkin Soup. Why would that be a diploma? Why would pumpkin soup get someone a diploma? I think you're supposed to get a medal, not a diploma. A diploma is usually a form of diplomacy indicating that you have passed a certain grade. I won a competition for best tasting food. Oh God, you're ugly, man. That was way too close for comfort. I'm not sorry about the arm, but yeah. Why don't I use the word? Oh, here. To anyone in the world who goes to the bathroom to use the number 2, I will give you a diploma for being able to take a number 2. Yeah. I started abusing the word diploma. Like, here you go, sir. You can have a diploma for Good Driver of the Year. I don't think that would make anyone feel like they're special or anything like that. Maybe it can feel like they're handicapped, but not special. In any case, I don't find that normal, a diploma. You know, normally a diploma is given to someone for passing, you know, high school or graduating. It's known as a graduation diploma. But I didn't think they gave diplomas for making food. I know they give you a certificate of authentication whenever you pass Le Cordon Bleu's final course, which is actually a place to learn to cook, the Cordon Bleu. In a twist of sense, in order to really learn, you do need to take what they call like a sponsorship to the other side of the earth. Culinary arts is very special to some, and in some cases, for some people, it is heritage. But if you just love to cook and you like to do what you want to do, follow your dreams. In fact, if I ever was a chef, or if I ever actually finished anything in my entire life of existence, which even includes ice cream, if I buy a 1-pint bucket of ice cream and I eat most of it, there's probably going to be like 1/3 of the ice cream uneaten, and it's probably going to be in a trash can. You know, no offense to anyone who might actually like eating ice cream. It's not that I don't like eating it, it's that sometimes I just can't finish my ice creams. And right now, at the current moment in time, I'm looking for, I don't know, I guess the best possible ice cream out there in the world. I'm also looking for the best tasting pizza. Does pizza taste different if you go to another country? Is pizza in Italy better? Is Romanian pizza healthy for you? These are questions I ask myself.
Hey.
Better repair my armor after those cheap shots they managed to squeeze in on me. Now I'll sell the Burns kits for $3.99. So yeah, $37. Wasn't even worth it. I would put it on the market, but there seems to be a flood of that item on the market at the moment. So more or less it'd be a loss. I don't want the baseball bat. The ball bag and bat. Don't need it. Superior knob. Don't need it. I'll take the $48. Long sword. Dragunov SVD. An elite barbed bat. When did I pick that up? Either way. 600 Dara. Finger wrist gloves. Rare sandals. If they were rare, they definitely have some burn lines in them. If it's a rare shirt, it would definitely have some smoke lines across it, you know, indicating it was on a grill. Oh, it's 66 bucks when I can get like 80 bucks for it. Surgical gloves. It's a nice item, but not enough for me. And I got 2 crafting items I gotta figure out. Currently my account stash has 40 out of 40. It's kind of overstocked. My account stash is literally overstocked with items. I have no idea what the carbine hooks are for, but it's used in crafting. I'll see what this trainer has.
You're gonna die up there.
Nylon. Oh, there we go. It's used in the webbing pouches. The webbing pouches need carbine hooks. I'll sell that as a raw resource later. Apparently I have a roof box in my inventory that I didn't realize I had. Either way, it's gonna stay there for a minute.
I've got nothing.
Oh man. Gotta remove the roof box. I'm never gonna be able to sell that item, believe me. Okay. 15,000 XP. We're scrolling down the wrong thing. Project notes. When advancing any new treatment to human trial phase, it is routine procedure to determine what side effects have been previously established and which ones may pose a threat to the test subjects going forward. During the course of animal testing phase, there have been 4 notable effects associated with the N4 virus treatment in its current form. These effects are depression, lack of appetite, mild fever, and itchy skin. The latter of 2 have been reported in human test subjects for the N2 and N3 viruses and are not major areas of concern. The former 2, however, are side effects we wish to eliminate, if at all possible, prior to trials beginning next week. Our current working theory is that the depression symptom is caused by the virus rewriting cells, even up to and including those within the human brain, and doing so may cause temporary chemical imbalance. Likewise, the lack of appetite may be related to the virus altering or preventing brain signals from reaching the stomach. All researchers should keep in mind that while we want to use the virus to rewrite certain bodily functions, such as altering the parameters of white blood cell response, rewriting brain functions is not our goal and should be eliminated from the product. I needn't remind you that allowing the virus to alter test subjects in such a way could have devastating long-term consequences that are to be avoided at all costs. Please keep in mind as we move forward. I'll be monitoring all the data through this period. Our researchers should contact me directly regarding any breakthrough and major concerns. Together, we will succeed. Dr. Richard Alder, Project Leader. Alright, next one. Well, we've already seen Mother's letter. Then we have the Diary of Jane, but without all the music. Tarzan. You, Jay. Oh man, I remember that scene. Stuff on TV just gets weirder and weirder as time goes by. Let me sell that. I don't need it in my inventory. 20 gauge, 20 gauge, 20 gauge, 12, 357, Traveler's First Aid Kit, Traveler's First Aid. The outside world can have my Traveler's First Aid Kits. Those are those little plastic ones you get inside of the car from the car dealership. You know, about 5 years ago, if you asked for a first aid kit from a car dealership, it would be like a massive first aid kit that came with a huge bag, and it would cost you like maybe $300. Because it came with a whole bunch of things that are needed, like a blood transfusion kit, tourniquet, I forgot what it's called. At one point, they believe it came with a diaphragm system or something like that. There was another one that also came with a... I forgot what the thing was, but you put it over somebody's face to pump air into their lungs. Manually. I forgot what that little device was called, but there was one that also came like that too. It's kind of weird. Some first aid kits are a little weird, so if anyone's actually wondering about them, yeah, they're very weird. Let me see which outpost is getting beat up. It's not Harbrook, it's not Dalbo, it's Greywood. Alright, Greywood, where you're all alone and by yourself. That's a lonely castle. Greywood, we're on a Harbrook. There we go. I didn't want to head into an infection zone and end up getting killed and then respawning back at Dalbo. Settled Dale Apartments, and I gotta pick up some blood samples. Neither one of the test subjects seem to have dropped any blood samples. Nope. The game can keep the sad roof box. I don't need it. Come on, dude. I'm right here in your goddamn face. There's no way that you're gonna be literally dobbing and weaving them bullets with a gun, literally stabbing into your skull. Jeez, how annoying. Cocksucker. Seriously. I'll say that one under my breath real quick. Personally, for me, I use Adventure Time logic, like saying, "What the lump?" You know, for the love of me, I can't exactly figure out what's up with all the Vin Diesel jokes and all the gay things involving the Vin Diesel jokes. I still can't figure out why those go around. What makes it acceptable is what I don't understand. Is it acceptable? Why do people do it? Oh God, you gnawed on that poor lady. You criminals have to be put down. Yay, first blood sample. back away, old lady. I told you. Okay, what was my mission here again? Settledale Apartments, 1 out of 5 blood, and then I gotta go back to Sweetston Machinery Ltd. and Stone Place units at Dawn Hill. Those are 2 Dawn Hill locations. I don't even know where those are located at, and I assume it's in the purple zone.
The purple zone. You do not want to go to the purple zone.
Well. Oh, I'm just writing down your tab, so whenever I have to pay it in full in just a moment. Yeah, I used to do that to people. In an ironic sense, I never thought something that I used to do would end up in a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure reference, but I did used to write down on paper the things that people did to me so that I'd pay their tab in full. You know, always make sure people pay their tab in full. Never let them run you over. Okay, some of those blood samples are for a different mission. I got 2 out of 5 for this location. I gotta go find some person or human remains. And there's another room inside of that room? Oh no, there isn't. That's enough out of you, Hamburglar. I wonder if it's a unique talent to be able to be underwater for an hour without breathing. It's almost like I can breathe underwater. Ironically, the sea does beckon for me from time to time. Jumping in large bodies of water, I do feel at home. Like if I belong there. Probably why I think about the ocean a lot more periodically. Well, with a tongue like that, that kid could have been in the next Kiss concert. I'm pretty sure nobody understood that reference. Kiss is from Kiss FM. Kiss FM, or whatever it is, because they also had their own radio station. The band Kiss, one of their, I believe it was, I think it was the drummer, or the guitar, the guy that was on the bass. But yeah, super long tongue, freaky things. Did it make people laugh that I knew what Kiss was? Yeah, it actually did, but they were a pretty hardcore band. Even though people considered a majority of them pretty just downright straight up ugly. They were pretty hardcore. They definitely knew how to party. Of course, being a child and knowing about Kiss was kind of funny for adults because they didn't think that somebody around a young age of like, what was it, 5 would know anything about Kiss. It's just like weird. I actually had a t-shirt about it when I was young. Like 5 years old with a Kiss shirt. Wasn't that bad. Okay. An Elite Mauser M59. Wow, look at that. This is definitely a nice Mauser. It's going directly on the marketplace. guess why not? It's an elite Mauser. Yeah, I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. I think it'd be pretty dope to be having an outfit or an old school type of like outfit or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if a person could dress up like Hunk in this game from Resident Evil. Really wouldn't more or less be surprised. I don't know what I'm looting, but apparently it's lootable. Yay, my third sample. What was I gonna do? Yeah, I'm gonna unequip my Glock. Unequip the Glock 31 and switch over to the shotgun. There. That's blocked. This one isn't. Painkillers, so I can flip that for a profit. Okay, nothing there, nothing there, nothing here, nothing here. Lead bullets for her twin sister. Check. Alright. Can get out of this room now. Sorry, kiddo, can't have you running around the hallway, even if you are crippled and pretty much undead. Don't need you knowing where everyone else is. Okay. That makes this room covered. Okay. That clears this room out. Moving up. Strike It, I know you're not dead. Got my next one. What's the next sample? Nope. Doesn't look like it. Got 2 more samples, and I got 2 mystery locations to go look for in Dawn Hill. I got 1 more sample to find. As soon as I find this sample, I'm returning, and then I gotta go see where Dawn Hill is, and then find the nearest location to it. Oh, she's right there. I wonder where her ugly ass went. I didn't even realize she had sprinted at me. Okay, subjects have been handled. Antibiotics.
Nothing on the radio again. Look, I get that the world ended, but did it have to take all the good music with it too?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did, old man. You're over there complaining about music. 35 out of 41 mission logs. Need to collect some blood samples, and I still gotta look for 2 mystery locations. Then I'm returning this blob of missions all in one shot. If it's even possible. Take the energy drinks. They'll fetch a mild profit. Okay, no one else is in here that can deliver me any kind of blood samples. Looks like the raid siren is finally over. No subjects provided insufficient resources. No subjects in this room provided insufficient resources in association with the blood sample. Did that room next door require the old key, or did it require a gold key? I can't remember. Let's go take a look at it. No, it required the big key. I don't even got that one. Yeah, I only got the old key. Alright. There's no other locked rooms but that singular one. That one requires a big key, and I only have the old one. Alright. Looks like I have to go upstairs to find my final sample. That was close. Alright. Anyone else in here? Get rid of the orange juice. Found my final sample. It's time to get lost. Nice try, ugly. But you won't find me. I'm the gingerbread man. Let's see. Don Hill. All right. Hey, fuck off, you little shite. You can't afford that. Jeez. See what I'm saying? I can't even mark some damn locations without some hippies trying to come out to me and bite me.
I've got nothing.
Yeah, I gotta repair my armor. And if you got nothing, man, what are you doing standing there? If you broke, what you doing trying to sell things? Sure somebody's gonna like this one. We'll leave that in there for a while. Anything else in particular I want to throw away? Besides the 7.62 ammunition that I'm not going to need. I have plenty of 10, 12 coffee granules, first aid kits, painkillers, iodine tablets, antibiotics, first aid kits, burns kits. I'm gonna keep those on me in case I get, you know, sabotaged at this next location. By the way, in an ironic sense, it's actually going to legitimately cost me about 1,200 to maybe 1,400 to get another GPU. To grab another CPU, since they're claiming there are silicon shortages. Let's put abbreviation on silicon shortages. Yeah, they're claiming there are shortages, so there's going to be a lack of chips available. Yet a company is capable of pumping out a dual GPU chip setup. It sounds like a load of barnacles to me. How are you going to say there's no way you can put out anything, but somehow you're going to still be able to produce a GPU that costs $5,000 for Apple? You're still going to put out a $5,000 GPU build for Apple. And that's on AMD and Intel side. They're going to put out what they call a dual GPU system. And an ironic twist of sense when you look at it, it does make the load easier to handle. It doesn't have to always perform at top tier performance on a single GPU. A single GPU is nice and all, but a dual GPU functions a lot easier and will probably last longer because the load won't be as hard on the PC. Will it open new marketing for gaming on Apple devices, like Apple computers, like their Mac unit? Quite possibly, if you're grabbing the big, oversized Mac that costs $15,000, because $5,000 of that Mac is approximately a GPU for rendering and building video games. So you can get the best editing with a dual GPU combo, instead of using two separate GPUs, using a Mac now. Don't know what that was, don't want to find out what it was, and if it was something creepy and scary, I don't want to see it. But as of recent, they have released a new Mac that costs 15 grand. And these two are both hide and seek. Except for that one mission, I have to travel back to Dalbo just to get access to it. Gotta find some insulin and a wedding ring. All right. This will definitely make the biggest amount of whatever it is. So the engagement ring, and I gotta find insulin. And right now I'm in the stone one, so I gotta find the insulin. It's probably on one of these dead bodies in this hallway. Okay, let's go inside here and eliminate what's inside. I have to make the whiskey. They don't ever really fetch any price, any of the whiskey stuff. Oh, 32 ACAP. It's currently an overflow in the market, and I'll be selling it for less than what it's worth. Alright. Hope this guy's got the insulin on him. Oh, he had candy. There must be something wrong with that guy. Found the gold key. Not what I'm searching for. Let's roll. Nope. Just more booze. Hopefully the insulin's in here. Oh, it's iced coffee. I'll drink it though. Okay. More sad candy. Not what I'm looking for. That's blocked. That's got nothing to do with me. So let's roll out. Next door. There we go. Insulin discovered. It's time to go. Oops, rolling the wrong way. Man. I feel like I have to Super Saiyan charge up just to pop my back. Which actually does work. If you assume the pose that a Super Saiyan does when they're building up power like Vegeta, you can pop your back, in a sense. You can pop the upper part of your back. Just don't do it too hard, you might actually hurt yourself, more or less. Okay, what was I supposed to be doing here? This is the final mission. Then find the missing engagement ring. Okay, it's gonna be on a corpse. And here's a corpse. Take the 7.62s. They'll fetch me a quick, decent price. And a suppressor for any handguns I want to use in the future. And look at that, the ring is right there. Alright, I can get the HE double hockey sticks out of here. Look at that, just instant cleaned house, man. Just clean house, man. Alright. That concludes the wad of missions for right now. And next is the Harbrook missions. I also found a dead body, which wasn't even a part of one of my missions, so it might have been one of the missions for Harbrook as well. If it wasn't for the Harbrook missions, then it's probably one of the missions for Greywood. Hopefully I don't get murdered while doing this, because, you know, PvP zone. I remember when they started putting PvP zones in certain areas, I'd go try to loot these areas, and I'm over like getting wasted and annihilated. And then I have a guy purposely following me for like 2 weeks. I had some some literal asshole following me for like 2 whole weeks when I was playing this game because he didn't want me to level up. Screw you. Screw you. I hope you got freaking testicle cancer or breast cancer. I hope you died of something terrible. Because it was kind of one of the reasons why I didn't play this game for like a long time. Because that guy was deliberately just straight up looking for me so that he could attract all the zombies in the area so that I would die and never complete a mission. And doing missions solo at the time was a lot harder than necessary, so, you know, kind of forced survivors to have to group up and stuff. And the guy kept giving me that basic threat of, oh, if you don't give me all your loot, I'll fucking kill you. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna let that happen. I just stopped playing for a long time, and then that's when I started that whole heavy grind for War Thunder.
So hungry.
I'm handing in all my missions. Do you understand that, Rebecca Chambers? What else do I need to hand in? Nothing? Alright, cool. That hands in all the missions that are for this particular, I guess, zone, and what may be in this zone, since I have no clue.
Help will come, right?
No.
This world's gone to crap.
If help was coming, the game would have been over ages ago.
Uh-huh. Think you can survive out there?
Yeah, I can.
You'll die out there.
Yeah, these missions are real nice and all, but I'll probably get around to these later, depending on what happens here, or the general location of where these missions are taking place. Because they could become extraordinarily time-consuming. And by time-consuming, I mean money-consuming. Because some of these missions are straight up rigged. Yeah, you can accept a mission and everything, but it's just rigged.
It's not safe here.
5,000 XP, another 5,000 XP mission. Oh, you never have any missions. You're a lame doctor. And you ain't even helping these people.
I miss the sun.
Yeah, you sure do.
What do you want?
Bam! Right in the face. That face she has kind of reminds me a little bit of somebody. Looks almost realistic. Kind of gives me the idea that she's a rap star. Oh, I've also noticed this, for anyone of you who do not know this, but apparently Billie Eilish is apparently appearing on commercials for advertisement for computers. I thought Billie Eilish only advertised her own music and her own things that she was interested in. I did not think she would all of a sudden sell out and start selling computers, apparently. So, that's a new thing, and quite possibly not even in a good market.
There's no hope
Overall
for us.
market sales, I'd say it's more of an L for her than it really is of a gain. I'd personally say she more or less took an L starting to advertise computers. She might as well work at Best Buy at this point. And I'm not hating on her, I'm just straight up saying you might as well work at Best Buy if somebody wants you to sell computers if they think that's going to get people to buy their stuff. Just because a music artist has a computer made by a specific company, it's not going to influence people to buy it. Computers are so unobtainable at this current moment for a build. It used to be rather kind of cheap, but now to get a computer in your hands, it's gonna cost you a fortune. You're talking about 10 grand, $10,000 to build a computer. The American Herald. Psychonom treatment advances to human trials. The N4 virus is advancing to human trials. Next month, the CEO, Mara Nix, announces on Friday the virus designed as a universal treatment for cancer. Was not expected to reach this phase for at least another 2 years. The N4 virus began development back in 2009, following the release of the N3 into the international markets. Projects of this scale generally take 10 to 15 years to reach the clinical trial stage, such as projects being trialed ready before this mark is not unheard of. However, during her announcement, Mrs. Nix took the opportunity to reassure the medical community our scientists have tested the virus thoroughly and believe it's ready for the next stage of development. Believe me, I don't believe any pharmaceutical has ever really tested anything for more than 5 years before they realized that after 5 years of exposure to something, which they need to expose humans for 15 years to the medication to see what happens. If you don't expose the human body or a human person who's willing to trial themselves for 15 years to the medical research, if a human person hasn't been trialed for 15 years out of 2,000 people, it would be literally pointless to say you did the trials. Because you did it on animals.
Hello, I'm Frank Barnes, and this is the Chronicle Evening News Report. Our top story tonight focuses on an accounting firm reviving failing businesses across the Pale Haven region. Following the development boom in the area about a decade ago, many local businesses struggled to make ends meet as more and more residents moved to Fairview and other nearby metropolitan sectors. Enter Comer & Sons, an accounting firm with branches all over the country. The company set its sights on Pale Haven late last year. Since then, a number of businesses on the brink of death have suddenly found themselves with a second chance at life. In the words of one local entrepreneur, the way they move money around and found more in my bottom line is nothing short of a miracle. It hasn't been all sunshine for local enterprise, however. Several fires have broken out at businesses across town in the past month, and it is suspected that an arsonist is responsible. While most of these fires have caused only minor property damage, they have resulted in 16 injuries and 2 deaths. The Pale Haven Police Department announced an investigation into the string of incidents earlier this week. In the meantime, Comer & Sons have generously lent out members of their staff to fill in at affected businesses while employees recover from their injuries.
That's interesting.
Uh-huh.
It's very interesting when a large corporation was willing to help people during that time. Considering their backdoor dealings with Secronom. This will have to be looked into further. So I have to go look for Comer & Sons at some point. Because just right now, it's probably not the time to go looking for them. And I'm probably not even the proper level to even go looking for them to begin with. So we're going to be reporting to the nearest mission locations. Two houses not even that far from each other. Time to roll out. The general issue will probably be handling the bosses. If it requires me to slay a boss, it'll probably be troublesome to handle them. It's like there's a mansion nearby. And it's against the law. A fucking craptastic mansion? You have got to be kidding me. This isn't Luigi's Mansion. What do I look like? I have the Poltergust 5000? Jeez. I hope this mission is simple and not ridiculous, because I sure as hell don't have time to be looking for ridiculous. Mission log for the Bright Manor. Kill the irradiated fat male zombie or choose the human remains. Alright. I gotta look for a fatty. Stay down. back up, you little orphans. I'm not here to adopt you. It's too late. Anyways. Boy, don't tell me this is an orphanage. For fuck's sake. There's nothing but a flood of children inside of this building. Yeah, this might very well be a freaking orphanage with all these kids running around. Definitely ain't no manor, man. Man, look at that. It's just another kid after kid. This definitely ain't gonna end too well for old Wobbly, man. It's past your bedtime, kiddies. You gotta go to sleep. In a literal sense, there really are an incredible amount of children in this manor. Literally too many kids inside of this manor. Yeah, this is definitely an orphanage. Like, literally no way in hell you're not going to convince me that this isn't an orphanage. Look at that, it's Munchkin after Munchkin. Well, this isn't mentally disturbing. It certainly is in many ways. A very disturbing place. Oh, fuck me. Peace. I just had to walk into the room with that loser inside. Holy crap, he looks pissed. Yep, and he's definitely gaining on me. Suck my balls, Kyle. Seriously, that guy's like Kyle Broflovski, but without the hat. Well, I almost had a mission complete until that happened. Well, that got in the way. That literally got in the way of completion of that mission. I gotta go right back to that room. Let's roll. You'll never catch me alive, coppers. I'm Mr. Brightside. Look at all them munchkins, man. This is definitely a freaking orphanage. Unless the creepy stalker that's inside of this building that seems to be hanging around at every turn lives here, then this will explain a lot why he's bringing them in. Maybe he's kidnapping the children infected and eating their guts. Well, whatever the case be, I'm pretty sure he lives here. Yo, back off, you little fucking shits. What the little fucking hell is the point of having a shotgun perk if it's not even helping me right now at the moment? Sure, it helps with the DPS, but the goddamn accuracy seems to have gotten garbage over the past few perks. The way things are playing out, I'm really not starting to trust this stuff. The iced coffee. Screw that child. Now, for a minute there, I thought this inside of this building, since it's a manor, would be like a Resident Evil style design kind of freak show. Well, here's an irradiated fatty. Well, looks like she didn't freaking eat anything. Well, pull out the old shotgun. No fuel. Don't need no gas, man. Definitely nothing here. Okay. Next room. Okay. handle Jackie. Let's roll. Amy Warhol. Whatever that is. Anyone else lingering? No one else is lingering, so guess this is another cleaned up zone. Too many children here. Still haven't really found any evidence of the irradiated Shat zombie. Found a brass key though. Hopefully this is the human remains. No, it's some O.J. Simpson. That's some good OJ. Breaks the glass cup in the guy's eyes and shoots him in the leg. How much that fake mustache cost you, huh? How much that fake mustache cost you? $2.99? Oh man. Yeah, when people make bets with me, I had to do that once to somebody put their head in a toilet. Cause man, they kept ducking me on money they owed, and I put money on the table and everything. Bet $1,000, and they put a stack on the table and bet $1,000, and then when they lose, they pulled out. Oh, you ain't pulling out on me. You make a fair and honest bet, you keep your bet like a man. Literally had to Stewie Griffin that guy. Yeah, it was one of our brother's friends. I didn't really care. You know, in the circumstances, he didn't want to pay up, so I still made him pay up anyways. Oh, this must have been my dude. Get out of here, you little parasite. You're worse than the actual things. Back off, you little shites. Find weapon chains. You know, body damage chains. Man, those are some pretty decent stats. You can find a gun and deal some body damage. I'm not facing off with this boss. This building can go to hell. It's child central, and I'm not interested in children like that. That building can kiss my ass. Alright, it's another craptastic household across the street. Let's go rob them. Oh my fucking god, fuck you, it's another mansion. What is it inside of this shit mansion? Oh, thank God it's not inside of this crap mansion. Fucking hate mansions. Sure, it would be nice to live in a mansion in the real world, but let's be honest, you're only one person in the universe. Are you really going to occupy 16 rooms? answer is no. I understand having like a 4 or 5 bedroom house, but having like 16 bedrooms, 12 and a half baths, yeah, I think that's a bit much. Okay, this is a Jones household. It's a Jones household? Jones? Yeah, Jones. Look for the ring and then take a dump on it, then return it. Roger that. I'll make sure to... Oh, I found the necklace. This has to be another mission. It said look for the ring, right? Or did it say look for the necklace? No, it said look for the ring, so this is definitely another mission from a different location. This is probably a Greywood mission, since I found a necklace, apparently. Need to find the ring. Here's the ring. Get your ugly ass out of my face, man. Shit. It's called Mario Kart for a reason. You're not Nintendo. You're Pretendo. Man, it's like 6 o'clock on a Monday morning. 'Cause I'm no Superman. Seriously, I'm no Superman, but if this guy had a bit more speed, he'd be the Flash. Not the Flash, the Flash. Look, kid, you're making a lot of big footsteps for someone who doesn't even have big feet. I expect massive footstep sounds from, I don't know, anything other than you. Oh, I'm finna have some big footsteps, but my feet are literally the size of avocados. There, you wanted it so bad. You wanted to get your brains blown out. There. Now, if you don't mind, I gotta get out of Papa Geppetto's favorite place to be, because this isn't exactly the most comfortable zone. Now we're going back to Dalbo. Gonna head back into Dalbo and throw whatever I found on the market. And I'm gonna repair my armor. And get on with my life. Dragunov SVD. Look at that. 9.2. For a 20 gauge 9.2. That's worth the sale at the price that it's going for. Still a little hungry. Could run real quick to the front and throw something into the microwave and get it prepped to eat. Eat a little bit. Nothing too big, nothing too small. Nothing major. Painkillers, first aids, burns kits, bandages, antibiotics, iodine tablets. I got everything I need for survival. So far. $33.55 by 120. So I'm gonna have to multiply that to see how much I have, because I also gotta add the ammunition. It's in my inventory right now. 556. Says 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 55 by 120. So gonna put that in the mathematics. And I put the calculator in the front of my phone. What the hell? 37 by 556. Before I do any of that, let me add that to home screen. 37 times 120. That is a total of 4,445.56 rounds. Plus the additional 49 equals 4,489.556 ammunition stored up. And that's going to be used for grinding even further down the chain of command when it comes to these things. How would you rate all this? How would I rate all of it? What do I do at this point? I have so much ammunition to spare, but I'm not putting it on the market for pretentious reasons. It's mostly because I actually want to have something decent for whenever I do the whole 5.56 thing. No, it's not that I want to put it to stash. Need to evaluate that. Go ahead and clear up what's sold and what hasn't sold. First Aid Traveler 762 Elite Barbed has sold. Somebody definitely bought it because they wanted the XP, or probably because it was cheap and they wanted to try to sell it for higher. Either way, it got it the hell out of my inventory space and other crap. Go ahead and eat one of these painkillers. I also had to turn off the AC because I'm freezing to death in this room. Alright, that took a moment. I'm freezing. That definitely took a moment. I'm gonna have to go back to the front in just like a minute or two. Since I don't feel like reheating any kind of food in the microwave, I decided to go ahead and throw like 4 Eggos on the toaster. Just like, I'm gonna wait for them to like cook or whatever. And it's the French toast Eggos. They're kind of small. Like, incredibly small. They're like the size of a Post-it. You can fit like 2 Eggos on an XL post-it. Basically, they're not that big. You wouldn't be able to put 3 since it wouldn't like overlap. But they're rather small Eggos, so I put 4 on the toaster. And I guess I'm gonna wait for those to get cooked. Because I needed to eat something, since I don't think I really had anything other than a little bit of breakfast, and that was it. Got 12 gauge ammo, and that'll sell a lot. I'm gonna burn through all my 20 gauge, so that way I can reserve some space or whatever. 76245. I'm gonna put the skills into the assault rifle skills for whenever I get it all out. Headshot 4.7, 2.6. You got weapon B 10, 1.25, 17.6, 21.92, 0.4 degree error. 4 degrees error of accuracy to negative 4.2 degrees in any direction for weapon spread. Aim time 1.3 seconds, reload 2.5. Headshot damage 12%, melee attack. I could increase my melee attack skills, which will come right after I'm done maxing out. I guess maxing it out, but it might come out right when I'm done doing the assault rifle body, attack speed, headshot, minimum accuracy, maximum assault rifle aim speed. It'll basically be a rundown of that. It's like I just sold some items, I just reached like 59,000. Which is about as much money as it would cost to get a suppressor. I would sell the massive stockpile of ammunition I seem to be building up, but I have no intention on selling that massive stockpile. I gotta have that stockpile there so that way I can have like what I need. And once I start doing the assault rifle thing, yeah, I'm gonna run low on ammo. The grinding is gonna come probably to a grinding halt because of the ammunition wise. But other than that, it'll definitely come in handy when it comes to slaying 3 bosses at the same time. Gonna go check on my Eggos. Be right back. definitely gonna post this on Discord. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna post this on Discord. Not that general voice. There you go. If anyone actually joined the Discord, they would be able to see the little, tiny little Ego. Sorry I had you guys waiting. Man, these Egos are good. Boy, these Egos sure do put a smile on my face. I wonder which way I should go. Down or up? Could go up and make my way down, and it'll lead me back to Dalbo. Alright, let's go up. I'm gonna drink some Powerade. If I'm not mistaken, today would be Monday, which would be the 9th. Really? These guys just came fresh out of Dalbo and they're sprinting. Get off my dick. I'm not in Greywood and I'm not in Harbrook, so you could take your I can sprint and have an ass somewhere else. Cause this isn't water. This isn't that movie, Sing, where I can sing. Cause nobody can really sing. Well, at least not nowadays. Most people that can sing usually aren't singing with their real voice. There's some kind of auto-tune. Or an adjustment of their voice. Like me. I can sing, but it's an annoying form of singing, and it's called the opera. I'm good at it, but I'm gonna tell you straight up, it is annoying as hell. I like the opera from time to time, but I'm gonna tell you, personally, I can sing and do opera-related things. However, it's the most annoying form of singing I have ever done in my life. And that's kind of why I dropped out of the music class. I didn't want to sing. Man, you know what, this uniform on, I seriously look like I'm some kind of rent-a bodyguard. No one else is coming through? Okay. I think it was just like that. Well, I collected a blood sample. I'll eat another Eggo. I don't know, can you believe 3 to 4 of these little Eggos can actually give you 340 calories? I don't believe 3 Eggos can give me 340 calories. Kinda overdid it. Says I need to find some blood samples. If my birthstone is a garnet, let's say my birthstone is a garnet, does that make me garnet? Second of all, why was Garnet 2 girls that are fused into one? I still don't understand why Garnet was 2 chicks, 2 female gems that are fused into one. Are all gems females? If gems are made, then where are the male gems? Are all gems females? Is it just a female master race that is just designed to procreate? How did Steven's father get his mom pregnant if she's technically a crystal gem, meaning that her body displays the forms of light? And if her body displays only a form of light, giving it a physical shape and form, does that mean that she has lady parts? And how is she able to procreate with Steven's father, considering he's a human being? These are questions that I ask. Where is the logical sense in that? More on that note when it comes to logic is, when it comes to logic is, if Steven's dad had banged Steven's mom, doesn't that mean that Steven's dad likes to bang rocks? And in such case, how was Steven born? Did he just nut on her stone and that was it? Sorry if this is completely off topic or gross for anyone out here, but it's just like, that's been in my head for like years now. So, you know, I don't understand the whole thing. I don't know how Steven was born. And if Steven is his own mom, it's kind of weird. Like, it makes no sense. The cool part about these Eggos is that, I'm gonna get off topic on that for a minute. But the cool part about these Eggos is that you could turn them into 4 little individual tiny pieces of Eggos. Because it's the French toast version of Eggos, they kind of have like a pre-cut design in them. And they look like little pieces of toast. Tasty. I was gonna say this, if anyone ever tells you you have to defrost an Eggo before you eat it, you actually don't. Oh, it's like I already had over 3 samples. I just collected 2 extras. It's like the next one is in Overwood. Gotta slay the burnt adult male. Final one's in Coopertown. Looks like I gotta slay the man baby. I'm gonna take off my shoes. I don't know why I'm wearing them inside. It's like 2 of my mission zones are covered up by a craptastic boss fight. Fortunately for me, it's going to take pretty close to 12 minutes to travel between. So these boss fights should already be relocated by the time I'm done going to the next location. Load up on that 9mm. Yep, ain't nothing like sneaking around. If you don't move, the children can't see you. Because, you know, it's like Children of the Corn. You need to look out. It's Children of the Corn. They're gonna grab the harvester and try to run you down like they did their parents. I actually seen Children of the Corn, which was a very weird movie. I actually got to see it when I was like 10. I think the movie is like already 20 years old by then. I need to remember when that movie came out, so I can figure out why it came out, so I can get a pretty good analysis. But I was like, I think 10, and I only seen the movie. It wasn't even front to back. It was like the end where they burned down the cornfield. Unless that was an entirely different movie where they were burning down a cornfield and some crazy demon-looking thing came out of it. Fuck up, you shiesty little fox. Back off, you shiesty little cheap fuck. Oh, there goes the burnt retard I'm supposed to kill. Alright man, I was just here to kill you because you murdered some kid called Virginia Hertz. Not gonna waste my time with the boss. It'd be too much hassle. Just go walking there. I'm just gonna walk there. Room. Chocolate bar. Yeah, the Wanderer's seat. It means the chair moves on its own and sits wherever it pleases. I know, you don't get to sit on that chair. That chair sits on you. The royal head. Sounds interesting.
I could go for some.
Oh man. Oh, that's a terrible joke. The Wanderer's seat. Go look at this. Wanderer's seat, the burnt adult female zombie. Okay. Alright, I guess the mission's over. I found it. Let me go out there and see how much time is remaining on these. 3 minutes? Okay. You had me for 3 minutes, pal. I'm gonna be looting this jump for the next 3 minutes. Alright, that's over for that scene. Alright. 'Cause he's dead and gone, dead and gone. Teddy bear. Do 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 do. It's just the general vicinity of it, I guess, at this point. Let's walk there and take as much sweet-ass time as I need to. this be it? Did I complete everything? Nope. You'll get more men on your teat if you actually tried real hard, young lady, to get rid of that burnt skin. But I guess you can't. His name is Michael Douglas Myers, 06. Well, Mr. Myers, what are you doing out here? And where's your father, Michael? If the house is not on fire, do not be banging on that door like you're a psychopath. Oh, look. Oh, well, thanks for, offering.
You're gonna die out there.
I guess I'll go do this guy's task now, since he's too fucking lazy to do it.
What's the use?
Yeah, the sailor's arms. Yeah, tell me, where the hell am I gonna find that pile of garbage? I don't see no sailor's arms. Oh, hell no. You want me to go back up to Overwood after I done left that motherfucker? Nah, man. Nah. Nah, you on your own, man. Go sit on a spike. That guy's like, SpongeBob, I've had too much ketamine. Oh wait, the brooch was on a guy zombie? Why would a guy have a brooch? You give a brooch to a woman. Because it indicates that a man is out at sea. In fact, a diamond-studded brooch is about as romantic as it could get if you're a man who constantly lives at the sea and goes fishing. I'm gonna go see what kind of diabetes they brought, since he clearly thought it was an emergency to bang on my room door. If it turns out to not be good, I'll be right back. It'll probably take like 10 seconds. Okay, I have returned. Oh, believe me, it wasn't like really worth leaving my room for. Yeah, the only thing they brought was the sad little chicken, some weird little things that they had, some kind of bread that had like this little weird jelly filling in it. Yeah, it was nice that they thought of me or whatever. Or actually, one of them thought of me. The other one didn't want me, knowing there was food. So only one of them thought about me. Under many conspicuous circumstances, it's just a multitude of I don't want to deal with it. But it was nice. Man, I have to travel up to Greywood for that one. Well, it's the closest to Greywood right now. Right now, I already completed my... Did I complete my mission at this dump? The Olsen Scott is looking return with a brooch, and then sailors and Indian Salon. Yeah, Coopertown. Mark the general mission location for Coopertown. Return to Dalbo, head up to Greywood, run from Greywood back to Overwood and the Sailor's Arms, and then go back to Greywood. Man, this is... what a drag. Oni Tampai! Whatever that means. It was a weird phrase and saying in a cartoon that I seen as a child. Shaolin Showdown. By the way, believe it or not, Shaolin monks know how to fight very well. Not well enough, considering I've beaten one up before. I didn't have a problem with the guy, but he certainly had a problem with me. And all he kept doing was trying to instigate the fight. And the funny part was that I ended up pissing him off instead of him pissing me off. I stayed enlightened and I was laughing during the entire interaction. I was literally laughing during the whole ordeal. I just kept laughing. I don't know why. I just kept laughing and smiling. And now that I think about it, I still kind of smile and laugh. Oh man. You know, normally it's them who are the ones who keep their cool, but under that circumstance, it didn't work out too well for them in that department. They did not keep their cool. So it's kind of like weird and kind of awkward whenever you have to tell somebody that, you know, you came here to this country, which makes you a guest. The people in the country aren't supposed to bow down and give you shows and kiss your feet like in, and I quote unquote would tell you this. Weird things have happened before in society, and I've seen weird things from North Korea. The only thing I can say is that it was the most uncomfortable thing in the universe. That much I can tell you. North Korea is the most uncomfortable thing in the universe I have ever seen. Or I've ever had the displeasure of actually experienced. I have nothing against North Korea. It's just, why are you going to force all these people to do a show? I came to see the city, not its people. Like, who goes to a country and wants to see its people? If I wanted to see its people, I would ask them kindly and politely. I would never be like, oh, you have to put on a tutu and your children have to perform some ridiculous dance. No, that was like morally disturbing even for me. No child should ever have to do anything or ever have to produce or do such thing for me. Because, you know, in the context of how I see it is, if you're forcing kids to dance for the guests and stuff like that, I consider that like forced child labor. If I want to see entertainment, I'll go see a movie. If I want to see a Korean drama, I would go see a Korean drama. You know, in the context of things, it's just got to be well planned out, tasteful, and very thoughtful. No, don't threaten your citizens with death because they don't want to perform. It's a little too risky to be doing weird things like that. Even for me, that's kind of off-putting. I can personally say that is a bit off-putting. A city where a random family's name is chosen out of a hat, and that family has to pretend the whole day, as long as you're around and out and about outside, they have to pretend the whole day that you have to be shown all these things that are just completely unrealistic. Living in a dream would be the worst thing to do. It's better to live in reality. Which is kind of why I pretty much just avoided contact with the weirdo that was staying across from my room, who was constantly checking every 10 to 5 minutes to see if I left my room, because it was always dead quiet in there. And here comes the jackasses from the hotel. Oh, we are here to make sure that you are inside your room. Why you gotta make sure I'm inside of my room? What are you, some kind of sex freak? Mind your own business. I could be beating my meat into a newspaper for all you know, and you're gonna walk in and watch. And that's just a figure of speech. It was incredibly uncomfortable. If you're gonna claim that your nation's a tourist attraction, you need to allow your tourists to have a little bit of free roam, unless I'm gonna have a spyglass literally to your face and a camera in your toilet watching you take a dump. Because that was an actual thing that happened. There was a literal toilet camera. And the other creepy thing you should know is this. Why would they need to observe you? And I will say it like this. Why would they need to have really much of any cameras in there when they can just give you an X-ray 24/7 the whole time you're there? To see where your skeleton is sitting. Yes, I did notice the electromagnetic waves coming from an X-ray machine. I can feel the magnetic pull in my brain. You know, the best thing I ever did was put a magnet against the wall, which broke it. I put a freaking fat, huge, and I'm talking about huge, I'm talking about shoebox-sized magnet against the wall. And then I heard a huge loud bang on the other side of the wall. I assumed it was the X-ray machine breaking down because of the magnet. So if you're ever going to North Korea and you go do some tourist stuff, be well aware you might be getting X-rayed during your entire time of staying there. For people who have ultra-sensitive skin to ultraviolet heat waves will notice immediately when they're under observation. You'll begin noticing that warm, sensational feeling the whole time you're there, and it's because you're being X-rayed. Back off, you shiesty little fucks. 10 out of 10. Probably wouldn't recommend anyone go stay there or try to live there. Under many conspicuous circumstances, it's very weird to live there. How anybody even lives there is a mystery to me. And if you're a tourist, you might want to carry a special type of suit. Like one you get at a freaking, I don't know, nuclear power plant. And wear that while you go to sleep along with a protective mask. Because 9 times out of 10, out of that entire hotel, you got literal listening equipment on the underside of the building, inside of the house, built into the floorboards. You have an X-ray machine that is literally dousing you with radiation during your stay. So I wouldn't recommend. Unless you're gonna wear a freaking nuclear power plant suit that's got a thin layer of freaking lead that'll keep you from roasting alive while you sleep. By the way, if you ever catch any of your tour guides inside of your room while you're staying there in North Korea, those tour guides are required to pretend like they have some kind of mental or sexual interest in you during the time that you stay there if you catch them in your room. Especially if you're a male subject who's single. They are expected to put out if they're caught in the room when you're there. And then they get rushed to the nearest freaking North Korean hospital where the baby is aborted. Where they get medications and all this stuff put out and all that crap for them. For the general medication to be put out. In many cases, most of these North Korean women are forced to have an abortion so that they do not bear any American children. Freaky things I learned from weird parts of North Korea. Would I go back there? Sure, I'd go back to North Korea, but I wouldn't take any of their main entrances. I'd walk around the countryside, take some nice pictures, go fishing, catch a few fishes without anyone knowing I'm there, and see how the locals really live in the parts that aren't advertised. And then if I'm generous enough or not lazy to want to carry several thousands of bags or have several hundreds of pounds of fertilizer delivered, then I might drop down a few pounds of the freaking fertilizer that'll help them grow food. So that way, more or less, it's edible material that they could produce in such a short amount of time. However, I do keep an eye and I do watch every mobile nation in the world. And this even includes third world countries that haven't really joined in the 21st century yet. Why would I monitor and observe a small country? Why would I observe a larger country? Well, you gotta observe all the places that are around it, including places that surround those nations, so that you have a pretty good clue of how things run around there. It's also so you don't step on anyone's toes and offend anyone. But more or less, anyone who's caught in your room in North Korea is expected to put out if they're a female or male. They're expected to put out. In an ironic sense, I consider that pretty sad. Let's go down to Greywood. That's just my own personal experience. I don't think anyone else has ever had that experience, but that's just from my own personal experience. It was uncomfortable. The little children doing ballet was uncomfortable. Yo, man, get your freaking ball-hugging ass out of here, you fucking queer mo. Man, talk about a literal freaking cocksucker. I can't even look at the motherfucking map without some ass clown trying to fucking bite me. Piece of shit.
Hey,
And yes, before anyone has a mass orgasm and starts to accuse me of being a homophobe, I can technically be whatever I want to be in life because, you know, I've been there, done that. I got that crap out of the way when I was young, so I wouldn't have to put up with it when I was older. Because I already know how people like to put in, oh, but you don't know what it's really like until you really try it. Well, I really tried it, and I didn't really like it. It was terrible.
hi.
I will tell you from my own personal experience. It's not that I'm a homophobe or a homo basher, but when a man acts like a woman, is when things are not okay. I'm not saying it's not okay mentally, physically, or sexually, but I don't want to put up with a man who's acting like a woman because the man acts worse than a woman when it comes to a freak out. Now, I've seen a woman get real pissed and then have a mental breakdown, but when I seen a man get real pissed and then go through an emotional mental breakdown, I took a look at that and I noticed that it was disgusting. And it wasn't because he was a man who was homosexual, it was because, well, it just looked worse. And individually, that was an uncomfortable situation. So, would I recommend anyone be like that in life? No. If you're a man and you know you're a man, I suggest you keep your balls. And don't lop them off just because you want to go flying south. And not south for the winter. It's a figure of speech, though. But, you know, I expect some level of, you know, intelligence. At least some borderline base level of intelligence that'll separate you from the rest. Something like that. Man. I can tell you this, man. Personal experience, man. If a man freaks out like... If a man is feminine and it acts like a woman and is homosexual, there's nothing wrong with that. But what I didn't like was that they act... It's just too dramatic. If you see a woman being dramatic, it looks completely normal, right? But if you see a man being dramatic like a woman, it's like, it's incredibly uncomfortable and a serious turnoff. So, yeah, with a huge chunk of my life like that, just looking at it, and no, I wasn't like that for like a year. It was like less than 6 months. And then whenever they passed legal obligations for a gay marriage, the person I was with wanted to get married to me, but I told him no. Because, you know, there was a reason why I left them and why I went back to just staying with women. And the honest truth is, I didn't want to put up with a man who was acting like a woman, but, you know, I'm gonna say it like the Loud family said it on the Loud House. I'm just starting to notice a distinctive lack of balls in this room. Yeah. You don't have to be Captain Macho Man, but you do have to retain some kind of... It's just some kind of figure of man function has to remain inside of your brain somewheres. Because if it does not, then... You're neither man and you're neither woman. That's kind of how I see it. And you're a mystery to me. And probably not a mystery I want to unravel. It's cool hanging out with people that are like that, though. But once they start getting melodramatic and all dramatic and stuff like that is when it gets uncomfortable. And, like, I've been in uncomfortable situations before where people were acting like that. You know, I tried comforting them. But it's incredibly hard to comfort someone like that versus comforting a woman. It's incredibly hard to comfort a man who is acting like a woman and is feminine in the mind. It's harder to comfort a man who is feminine like a woman, but they're a figure of man. It's harder to comfort those subjects than it is to just comfort a standard human female. Since the standard human female is the opposite sex, and it's easier to comfort them than it would to be to comfort the same sex, but is acting like a female subject. More or less. Serious turn off. Back off, Buster Brown. Alright, this completes all the Harverbrook missions. This will 100% likely not upgrade me to the next level. And if it does, I will end the stream. No, not literally. I'll probably take a break for a little bit and I'll come back to try to grind for the next level. The only difference is I'll have to be slaughtering zombies to grind for the next level because, yeah, I'm not going to survive in this zone. Not in my lifetime. Especially not with these guns. These guns don't stand a chance in this zone. Back off. But if you appreciated learning a bit about my personal past, a little bit of my history in life, you know, I reserve the right to use any kind of word or any kind of form of word or slang or speech or form or types or anything like that for myself, considering that I used to be running around in that particular situation of my life. I'm not going to deny it my whole life. And sure, when my time comes, I have to answer for it, and I'm just going to straight up say why. Because I don't like being like other people. What the hell was that? What the actual fuck was that? Man, I keep hearing that clink every now and then, dog. Either it's the freaking zombie or it's literally me. Hey look, it's Edward Scissorhands' mom. Except for she looks like a prairie mantis. Oh, by the way, those enemies you see standing behind me, yeah, they require a lot of machine gun fire, not submachine gun. They sub carbines and stuff like that. Fuck off, you little shite. Stay over there. Jeez, man, did you see that? Those little shites tried to rip me off right there. Oh shit, they're guarding the car. Well, you little fuckers can go choke on it. I don't need the car. This will likely not upgrade me to the next level. Hello, trainer. It's been a while. May I borrow your face mask?
Hi.
Ding 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 ding, 32,225. Oh, look at that. It actually legit leveled me up. Oh my god. Oh my god. Now I'm level 34 at 15,505 XP out of 140,000. Could increase my jog speed, but I need to put it all towards my assault rifle skills, because the next level I get will allow me to buy the first assault rifle I can get, and that puts me at 74,797, which isn't that bad. Which will put me on level 35. Need to repair that armor, by the way. Need to check out an assault rifle now. Rare M16. Weapon aim. Body damage rate 375. Weapon minimum accuracy, body damage. AK-12 is always going to be level 40.
The nightmare has been made real. The dead now walk again. Oh, chosen, come, feast upon my flesh.
was creepy. Weapon headshot damage isn't that bad. Health, infection chance, weapon aim, and radiation. Nope. Yep, I'm gonna buy this one. It's got a weapon noise reduction. And if I buy a silencer for the rifle, if I go under buying and I go under upgrades, since it already has a natural silence to it, if I go under upgrades and buy a suppressor for it and apply it to the weapon, it will greatly reduce it. And since I'm not going to need a magazine extender, because this magazine is 20 rounds, so I'm going to have 27 in the clip either way. This might increase the level of the weapon, but it's a level 25 attachment. Either way. This guy's got mad melee skills.
What can I do for you?
This guy's like, what can I do for you? Start blowing your hot stank breath in my face. For starters. What can I do for you? Well, start blowing your hot stank breath in my face. For starters. Can't breathe. Here, let me go scream, I can't breathe. Here, outside world, you could have these antibiotics. The first aid kit I'm keeping, the iodine, the painkillers I'm gonna keep, and the paramedics bag was kind of rare for me, so I'm gonna keep that. It's a medium rare sausage. There.
No one believes it'll change the world.
Yeah? All hail the magic conch. Alright, man. Where does it say search? Ah, I can search this couch. Ah, I never seen that one before. Let me listen to this.
I was not allowed to see the dreamer immediately. These things took time, and I was not yet properly trained in the ways of the cult. The lack of training was quickly addressed. I attended meetings with other members and found myself going to charitable events where we would raise money for medical research. I did not fully understand why we did this at the time, though it would later become clear. There were other meetings too. Meditation sessions where we contemplated the meaning of the cosmos and the many layers within. The reasons for such meditations were much more obvious, and I accepted these lessons readily. I wanted to know the truth of all things. It was why I had joined the cult in the first place. It was at one of these meetings that I first laid eyes on him, the dreamer. He was a tall man, thin, but full of youthful vigor. He had come to check in on the progress of our latest initiates, myself included. When it was time, I dutifully knelt before him for my inspection. He asked me to meditate, and I did so gladly. But a minute had passed when I felt his cold grip on my jaw as his eyes bored into mine. He was searching for something, and as he found it, his eyes narrowed. You still fear it, he said. It wasn't a question. He turned away and moved on to the next acolyte, leaving me devastated. He was saying I wasn't good enough. Not yet. That night, I thought long and hard about my encounter with the dreamer. Did I fear the truth? No, I decided. Not that. I feared what we would do to reach it. In the coming days, I worked to dispel such weakness. When the dreamer came to me again, I would be ready. I would become his most devoted follower.
Man, you could really smell that guy's breath in the microphone on that one. Alright. Man, you know, I keep promising wobbly life, but I seem to never deliver on that wobbly life. I guess I'm so close to getting up there, to the next level. So far, the body armor has been very helpful. Okay guys, that'll be it for this stream for the time being. I will likely be back right around 10. Or not. If not, it'll probably be earlier than expected. But it'll mostly just be looting around and doing whatever. But I greatly appreciate those of you who came by. Make sure to like, subscribe, tell your friends if you want to. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. This has been a wobbly day. Have a great afternoon, day, night, whatever it is you're doing. I'll be back around 10 p.m. or probably earlier, U.S. Standard Time.